Hello and welcome to 8 out of 10 Cats, a show about surveys, statistics, and this week, all things scientific. Did you know, for example, Hawaii is moving towards Japan at the rate of 4 inches every year. But whenever Japan turns round, Hawaii stops and pretends to be looking in a shop window. Only 47% of children can correctly identify a barn owl, although that rises significantly if it's night-time and they're in a barn. And an American sex scientist has done a study to find the perfect female orgasm. He claims to be an expert in that area, but if he's such an expert, he should stop calling it that area. Jason, Mylene, Rufus, what do you think are the best scientific breakthroughs?
I don't know, what do you reckon? You're clever. What do you reckon?
Oh, the glass is full.
That's it, the geek chic. What do you reckon?
Oh, I'm probably thinking down the TV line.
Appearing on TV, yeah, you've made the right decision. I think it's a good way to go. Why not?
Television.
I'm thinking TV, I mean...
I like the way you readjusted your glasses there, like brains.
I'm going up against the audience, I've got to.
Look, I've got glasses, look at mine.
Gone.
They've got a bit of plaster on the end. They're
Yeah,
from
yours are a
Primark.
lot older, though, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
You behave, yes.
So you're going TV
Yeah,
is
television.
the best ever
John
scientific
Logie Baird,
breakthrough.
television.
I think my household
He
would
invented the telly, and I reckon he's looking down now and seeing what Katie did next, thinking, was it worth it? Really? Can anyone tell the difference between TV and HD TV? They advertise HD TV on the normal telly, and they go, look how brilliant it is. You go, well, I've got a normal telly, so I can't see how brilliant it is.
I can tell the difference between TV and HD, but the 3D is getting me.
You know the advert in the cinema? We went to see Toy Story 3 in 3D, so we had the glasses on, and they had an advert for, like, Sky HD TV in the cinema, and they were showing all the sports stuff.
Yeah.
And so, and they threw the ball, like the rugby ball, threw it through the... And it bounces out of shot, and then it bounces unexpectedly back into shot, and I spilt Coke on myself. Whoa! That isn't a good thing, to have TV that actually makes you go, ah. Do you think the TV's an amazing technological breakthrough?
Television is unquestionably amazing. Like, everything I know I learnt from television. Do you know, for example, that during the Second World War, despite there having been a television service, there was no television service that was shut down during the Second World War? That's an interesting fact.
True.
I learnt that from television.
Do you know
it's a shame, though.
Do you know?
Because they could have, they would have made some great programmes, I think, during the Second World War.
They would have.
Like EastEnders would definitely have been more interesting. Earrings everywhere.
EastEnders, the Blitz years.
How clean is your bunker?
What do you think of TV? Do you watch a lot of TV, Russell?
I come from a really working-class house. The TV dominated every moment. No one ever spoke. We had a TV on while we were eating, and then we built the extension when we bought our own council house. And my dad, he bought a dining room. We were at least once a day, we will assemble as a family in the dining room and watch a slightly smaller telly, which he mounted on the wall.
My fella, he's put a TV in the bath. What's that all
Who
about?
put a TV in the
That's
bar?
suicide bid, that's right. It's the last place it should go.
Over my bath, you know those little trays you have over a bath? I've got a little hob. I can cook stuff.
That's nice.
I've got floating salt and pepper.
I quite like that, dining in the bath.
It's nice,
That's
yeah.
a great idea.
Because it doesn't matter about crumbs. You know, you just brush yourself down. I can get ketchup all over myself, doesn't matter. I'm in the bath. I think more important, I think a more significant invention is the remote control. Because before the remote control, people had bigger families, so they always had someone to turn the television over.
The remote control also operates like the conch in Lord of the Flies. You know who the most powerful person is in any situation by knowing who has the remote control.
There's people watching this at home going, yeah, that's me.
My wife does this thing where when she tidies up, she'll put the place where the remotes go is near the telly. That's what she does. She does.
My girlfriend puts the remote on top of the telly because she's an idiot.
Yes. Doesn't go there. That's the last place it needs to be.
I don't mind that. I have mine on a bit of elastic.
What?
Attached to the television, so I take it,
Yeah.
and I've changed the programme over, and I let go and go, thing, smack, back on the telly.
Doesn't it break the screen?
Yeah. I don't really think stuff through, Carol.
Let's have a look and see if TV is one of the greatest scientific breakthroughs. It is. Yes, the television was invented in 1925 by John Logie Baird. In 1982, Channel 4 started broadcasting with an episode of Countdown, featuring a fresh-faced Carol Vorderman, then just 43 years old.
Excuse me.
Got your glasses again.
Less accurate without the specs.
Got mine.
Right, Sean's team, you're to guess. Great scientific breakthroughs.
Tell you what's an amazing invention.
What?
Is the microchip. Chips in a minute. What do you think?
Internet.
Internet.
Internet, interweb.
When was the internet invented? When?
The internet was
internet's recent.
1990, was the internet. Tim Berners-Lee.
Tim
Berners-Lee, and he gave it away for free. He gave away basically the architecture of it, whatever he called it. Because if Alan Sugar had invented it, he wouldn't have given it away. Mind you, it wouldn't work either, would it? And I think it has ruined conversations. It's ruined a lot of conversations because, say, for example, you're in a pub and you're talking to somebody and someone said, tomato. They said, tomatoes, no, it's not a vegetable, it's a fruit. You would discuss that for 25 minutes.
Sure.
Well, the internet, someone just goes, oh, Google that.
Yeah.
And it's over. It's a conversation. Just sit there staring at each other going, oh, right. Or like, we were talking once about Def Leppard, you know, the drummer had one arm. Yeah. And we were discussing how they lost an arm. Was it a walrus or a tiger? I don't know. Did he fall out of a plane or something? And someone just went, oh, yeah, there you go. And it was ruined it.
Don't you think that's
So what was it?
fascinating, though?
Yeah, I want to know he lost his arm.
What was it?
I walked out, I stormed off. And people say it's made our lives easier. It's certainly made it easier if you want to gamble or win the Nigerian lottery. That's a lot easier. Because before the internet, if you wanted to win the Nigerian lottery, you had to move to Nigeria and start a lottery. It's made so many things much easier. Grooming children's a lot easier now. It is.
Yeah,
before the internet,
Oh, it's a
you had
nightmare.
to join the priesthood.
There's so much porn as a result of the internet, so many different types, that now they've all got, like, different code titles, like A2M and BDSM and things
Don't
like
ask,
that.
Carol. Don't ask, Carol. Don't ask.
You genuinely don't want to know. Much more fun if I show
No,
you
but
later.
it's just it had a vowel, a consonant, and a number. It sounds like my
Honestly,
kind of
you don't want to solve that conundrum. I take it from me.
We are the only country that consumes British-made pornography. Is Britain. Every other country consumes highly processed American pornography full of beautiful people having beautiful sex. And we are the only ones that, like, you know, sort of real scenes, no script, people emerging in groups from behind a Lidl. That type of thing. Maybe it's just too noisy to watch American porn in our tiny British houses. Like, how can the difference between Mute and One Bar be so much? For like...
I don't listen to it. I can't. I think there's too much swearing on porn films. I can't listen to it. I turn the sound down. I think you're both having a lovely time, and all you can do is swear. It's just... it's terrible.
I'll tell you what I like is that Microsoft advert. Have you seen that one that highlights private browsing? And he goes, imagine you're like buying a present for your wife, and you go, yeah, that's what we want private browsing for, yeah. Yeah, so we don't spoil a surprise, yeah. What a load of shit. I've deleted history so many times, I don't even know who the Romans are now. Actually seeped into my own brain.
OK, let's have a look and see whether the internet is one of the greatest scientific breakthroughs. Yes, third on the list is the internet. Of course, the internet was invented by Tim Berners-Lee, who had the vision to look at a pornographic magazine and think, wouldn't it be better if this could also sell me cheap flights and tell me cinema times?
I think these days, for some reason, it's ghosts. Well, I don't know if people are scared of it. They like thinking about it and making crap television about it. But are people still scared of dead spectres and stuff?
I'm just scared of Derek Acora.
Can you imagine that, like, dead for, like, hundreds of years, and then the first point of contact with, you know, alive people.
There's a camera.
And then it's him going, all right, Daddy, you're in there. Daddy loves dick. And all that, you know.
Do you know, talking about Most Haunted, Derek Acorah?
Yeah.
I think that show's been going on for 5, 6, 7 years.
Longer,
I don't
yeah.
think they've ever seen a ghost.
No.
No, they're changing the name to Least Haunted.
That show should be called Location, Location, Location. Because they can never find one, can they?
I do enjoy those shows because I believe in ghosts. I believe in ghosts. Most people believe in ghosts. How many of you believe in ghosts? Come on!
If you believe in ghosts, go... there's no... I mean, I tell you what proves there's no ghosts.
Yes.
Scooby-Doo. I watched 5,000 episodes. Every single episode started with rumour of supernatural activity. Every week, no ghosts. There was a man, a janitor, or a fellow who used to work in a disused mine shaft.
There's no way you can debunk Albert Einstein, who proved with the famous equation E equals mc squared that everything is made from energy. Energy cannot be destroyed. Energy lives forever. Therefore, one must ask, what happens to your energy when you die?
What energy, though?
It goes
energy,
into
you go
the
into the
soil.
ground.
This is energy. This table is energy. This is not solid.
That's because it's plugged in. It's got lights on.
But then a car is energy, and when a car gets squished up and
No, but you're
breaks
missing the
down,
point,
is
though.
the spirit of the car still
you're missing
alive?
the point.
Absolutely.
That's the whole thing about Einstein saying how the universe was created, how it couldn't have been created
So
from
energy
nothing.
goes at every... So you've got the amount of energy...
can't disappear.
No.
This is like a stoned conversation in a student's hall of residence. So, like, what? Like, the table's alive. And, like, when you die, you're still not dead, man. You're just, like, out there, but nobody can see you. Why isn't this on the news, man? This shit's fucking serious.
I did a séance when I was a student. One night, you know, you think, oh, this will be a good idea. Get the Ouija board out. And we got the glass. And it goes, right, oh, we've contacted a spirit, and this all starts shaking. And then he went, right, what is your name? And it went, L-H-G-L-L-H. And I said, oh, this is not working. And my mate genuinely went, what if it's Welsh?
I went on a Ouija board once. First time I ever went on a Ouija board. I've never done it since, but I spun it around and it spelled out the phrase, you have no new messages.
OK, let's have a look and see if it's up there.
Yes!
It's actually easy to tell if your house is haunted. It isn't. OK, and what do you think people are scared of?
Probably terrorism.
You think terrorism? OK.
Yeah, I think that's number one.
Yeah? Terrorism. They don't exist. It's a figment of people's imagination.
What does he believe in? No ghosts, no terrorism. What do you believe in?
Whiskey. Whiskey in the high seas. And treasure.
Jason, Tim, Jack, what else do you think people worry about? What are they scared of?
Getting old. I reckon it's that, innit?
Tell me
Getting
more,
old.
yeah.
I pulled out a grey pubic hair about 2 years ago.
I know, it hurt.
Yeah. Yeah, grey one, and I thought, how are my balls getting older than my head?
They have been wrinkly since you were 12.
How do you know? I went to a 60th wedding anniversary. It was my wife's grandparents, and I did say to the granddad, I said, what's the secret? Thinking he'll have a really romantic answer. So what's the secret of being married for 60 years? He went, the hard part is staying alive. Fair enough,
Yeah, that thing.
but I looked into it, and so it's diamond. That's when it stops being good. So it's diamond, and then 80. Does anyone know what 80 years married is?
Like copper.
No, it's worse. Oak. And 90 is granite. Basically, they're trying to get old people to buy themselves coffins and headstones. That's what they're trying to do.
Holly, are you scared of growing old?
A little bit, yeah. Although you do get more seats on buses and stuff like that. There are massive advantages to it.
Yeah.
I was on a bus and this really old woman got on. She was really decrepit. And she went up to this guy who was sitting down and said, how old are you? And this guy was like 37. She said, I'm 84, get up. I was like, she just invented human top trumps.
No, people are very respectful of old people, like getting up on the bus, and like nobody swears in front of old people, do they? And I love that idea that old people don't swear as well. Like, if you think about your nana living through the Second World War, at some point in the Blitz, she was stood at her window going,
I I'm scared of is not ageing myself, but an ageing population. The population is getting older and older and older. And we have more advances in medical science, so people will live longer, be a greater drain on all our resources. And I think we should introduce euthanasia, but in a subtle form. So, for example, if you make the font on road signs very small, so the old have more crashes. Things like that, so we could just slowly get rid of them without actually rounding them up in stadiums and shooting them.
OK, let's have a look and see if it's up there.
Yes. Back in the game. Back in the game.
Yes, growing old is the scariest thing. I'm looking forward to getting old because I've always wanted to be systematically maltreated in a large detached house on the outskirts of Hastings. OK, fingers on buzzers. What else are people scared of? Go ahead.
Is it insects?
Like creepy crawly type things?
Yeah. I actually find spiders quite horny. I don't analyse it, I just go,
Look at the legs on that, there's loads of them.
Yeah.
Since you brought up legs, I did the first celebrity... Celebrity get me out of here. And I was the first one to eat some bugs. And I couldn't chew it, it was so tough, so I swallowed it. And when I was walking on the bridge back to the camp, it started crawling up my esophagus. It was living inside me, and it came up to my mouth, and I had to spit it out.
That was probably its ghost.
This is a true story.
Don't they say, like, in your life, you eat something like 40 spiders in your sleep or something?
They say that, but,
but
really...
who's they?
Yeah, who's they? Mainly Uri.
Spiders? Women don't like spiders, do they? Particularly women don't like spiders. And you know why that is? It's because they've got more crevices. Women have got more crevices than men for the spiders to crawl into.
I like that. It's a diagram.
I've only got one crevice, and if a spider wants to go up there, I'll take my f***ing hat off to him.
But these flus, whenever the government says, oh, this is what's happening and you're going to die from this, it's actually not what you're going to die from. It's the stuff they don't tell you about, which is going to kill you.
Yeah, pies and vodka.
Yeah, exactly.
Holly, are you worried about global pandemics?
I am a bit, but I kind of feel like we're a bit worried about germs in general. When I was a kid, if you dropped something on the floor, you just pick it up and blow on it, and then you'd eat it. That was fine. That
3-second rule.
Yeah,
3-second rule, but 3-second rule, like, who... Everybody knows the 3-second rule, but who came up with that? Like, did we have some sort of agreement with germs?
An actual doctor came up with that 3-second rule.
Jimmy, this is in my pocket.
This is in your pocket?
24 hours a day.
Are you going to bend it?
No, I sleep. I sleep with it.
You sleep with
every
hands,
time I
Joe?
shake. Every time I shake hands, I go
That's disgusting.
like that. Every time I go to the loo, I go like that.
I go out my cock.
Apparently, you're supposed to wash your hands and the length of the time it takes you to say happy birthday to yourself. No. Okay. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday, dear Sean. And then, happy birthday to me.
It always takes me ages because I'm always crying.
Yeah.
It takes me ages as well because I do the Stevie Wonder one. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me.
So, what have you got planned? What do you like about Christmas Day?
Where do I start? What about you, Jack?
It's a busy time of year for me, you know, because there's so much more joy to kill.
Let's ask Christopher Biggins.
I love Christmas.
That's the only time you work, isn't it? Christopher.
Yeah.
It's Mr. Christmas, really, you are, aren't you?
I am.
What's your favourite bit of Christmas Day?
I love it all, but I love... because I do, you're right, I do pantomime at the end of the year, and I'm at the Wolverhampton Grand Theatre doing Aladdin, seats at all prices, and it's a great time. But because I'm so busy, I do all my Christmas shopping all through the year. I have a Christmas cupboard. I know this is going to upset you. And in this cupboard,
As long as I'm not in it.
No, you came out years ago, didn't you?
I'm pretty much the least camp man on television.
I just...
You mean presents?
Presents. I love presents. And I see something, you know, if I'm on a holiday or if I'm on somewhere and I think, oh, I'll keep that and I'll put it in this cupboard. And then it's there, you see. You don't have to go all that mad Christmas shopping at the last minute, you know.
Have you ever got anything you liked, Jack?
What, for Christmas?
Yeah, present-wise.
No. The thing is, you know, when you grow up, you stop being excited. I haven't been excited about anything since I was 3, and I realised it's
You've
not
been like
the same.
this since you were 3?
Yeah, more or less, yeah. It's stuck with me.
I sort of was about 7 or 8. I remember Christmas Eve, I was lying in bed. Me and my brothers in the same bedroom, and they were younger than me. And about 11:30, there's a weird time about 11:30 where the kids are pretending to be asleep, and the adults know that they're not asleep, but they let it go because it's Christmas Eve. And there was some sleigh bells just outside the house, and we were like, a little bit excited, sleigh bells. And then my dad leant out of a window, so about 11:30 at night, he leant out of a window and he went, "Oi! I don't care who you are, get the bloody hell off my roof!" And we were in our room going, "Oh my God, it's Santa," and Dad's just bollocked him.
Did you used to write to Santa, Jason? Did you?
Every year.
Yeah. It never worked for me. I ended up writing to God in the end.
Go above his head?
No, I did. I went to the church. I took the baby out of the crib, left a little note. "Dear God, if you ever want to see your son again..." Chopper rally next day. Worked.
Do you like Christmas shopping?
No, I don't. I do it all on the internet.
You do it all on the internet?
All on the internet. It's much, much easier. You can sit there in your nice pyjamas, you know, with Santa on them, or snowmen, or whatever.
I'm painting a picture.
I just like that. I never used to trust it, but I do trust it now. Because I never used to think that it would actually arrive.
But you do all the shopping on the internet, and then it turns up in about 150 different boxes, all those stupid polystyrene filling stuff, and you've got to take all that. I mean, isn't that right?
Yeah,
all that rubbish. You buy one little thing, and it comes in a box that size, and you know you thought it was all going to come in one box. It's all done, but no. For the next 20 days, you've got a postman knocking at the door at inconvenient times. You've got another bloody parcel to sign for, and another load of boxes to get rid of. And another load of those stupid polystyrene things that children choke on because they think it's popcorn.
But you can use them as pretend snow.
You could.
At Christmas time.
Yes, maybe if you weren't clinically depressed, you could.
The thing that gets me is wrapping. I can't get my head around it.
That's the best. It's the best thing about buying a gift, I think, when you're in like a department store and they go, "Do you want it wrapped?" And you go,
yeah.
"Oh yeah, don't worry about that." I did it last year though, and I got a bunch of stuff wrapped. Went to a big department store, got a bunch of stuff, got everything wrapped, and then didn't know what anything was. I had to unwrap all the presents. I had my own little Christmas morning. I went, "Oh, look what I got."
I do the thing that all blokes do at some point when wrapping presents, where you go, "I might do this one like a cracker." I think you're the only person who's ever done it. You've gone, "Oh my God, I've just had an eureka moment."
Like they get bigger and bigger. It's a pair of shoes.
Yeah. Cracker.
What I do in most scenarios when I get given a present, the first thing I always say, it's a little tip of advice for you, very good. So whatever it is, just open it, just look at it and you just go, "This isn't my main present, is it?" This is just some little bauble to go along with the main present, isn't it?
Are you sure you're not gay? Because you said bauble.
Yeah.
That's very gay, bauble.
Really? You're desperate to recruit new members, aren't you? You go, "He said bauble, you're gay."
Of course they're recruiting. They can't make their own, can they? Okay.
Fingers on buzzers. He went too early. He was too gay. He went too early. He had last question.
Fingers on buzzers.
Is it...
No, he has last question.
Is it...
You just said fingers on buzzers.
Yeah, and it was on buzzers. I've played this game before.
Let's find out who's really the fastest.
It's the same question. OK, so you go on buzzers when I say buzzers. Not just then. Fingers on buzzers.
Oh, yeah! Last question.
We've invented a new board game. Everyone wants to play this.
Fingers on buzzers, right? What else do people think in the Christmas day?
OK, I'll ask the full question.
No, you can't have your finger on the buzzer.
OK, let's settle this once and for all.
Hands on laps, OK? Yeah?
Hands up there, yeah.
OK.
Go on.
Fingers on buzzers. Let's see what else people like about Christmas Day. So just take a couple of deep breaths in the car. We're all upset. I just wanted everyone to be together and to have a nice day, and you're ruining it for everyone.
table.
OK, come on, what else?
I did it! It's drinking too much. It's drinking too much, isn't it? People drink too much on Christmas Day. That's what they say.
How do you judge? How do you know when you've drunk too much?
Do you know, when it says on a can of beer, remember to drink responsibly, that's just like a blur. Yeah. It's like Sanskrit.
OK, worst thing to do at the office Christmas party?
Just catch up on a bit of admin.
Go on. I've never worked in an office, but in pantomime...
Which is my office, darling.
We have parties, and the worst thing to do at that office party for a pantomime would be to off.
Mind you, you wouldn't have to look them in the face in the morning, would you?
That's true. Have you ever?
No.
Have you?
No.
Because one of them's grumpy, and there's got to be a reason.
I have had Jeanette cranky. Does that?
Have you genuinely had Jeanette cranky?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
You've had sex with Jeanette cranky?
I have, yeah.
And she's happy with you telling people?
Yeah, very happy. We're you know, very close.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, at one stage you were inside her.
You really had sex with Jeanette cranky?
Yeah.
What sort of sex?
Why would he make that up?
I think quite weird, Sean. Quite weird.
What did you do first? Did you take the blazer off?
No, baby, leave your cap on. Yeah.
Did you make her say Fan Davidoza?
All the time. In fact, every time she...
Biggins, I already thought you were brilliant. You've gone up in my estimation.
What was the husband doing? Was he
taking photographs?
OK, worst thing to do at the office party?
It's probably tell people you've had sex with Jeanette cranky.
Is it either snogging the boss or telling the boss exactly what you think of him when you're really, 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 really pissed?
Well, I'll give you that. The worst thing to do at the office Christmas party is to insult the boss.
Well done, Lorraine.
I actually slept with the boss at the Christmas party, which was doubly bad because it's a family firm. Yeah. Me and my dad couldn't look each other in the eye for weeks. What do you think are the best scientific breakthroughs?
I don't know. What do you reckon? You're clever. What do you reckon?
Oh, the glass is full.
That's it. The geek chic. What do you reckon?
Oh, I'm probably thinking down the TV line.
Appearing on TV, yeah. You've made the right decision. I think it's a good way to go. Why not?
Television.
I'm thinking TV. I mean...
I like the way you readjusted your glasses there, like brains.
I'm going up against the audience. I've got to.
Look, I've got glasses. Look at mine.
Gone.
They've got a bit of plaster on the end. They're from
yours
Primark.
are a lot older, though, aren't they? Though?
Yeah, they are.
You behave, yes.
Do you think the TV's an amazing technological breakthrough?
Television is unquestionably amazing. Like, everything I know I learnt from television. Do you know, for example, that during the Second World War, despite there having been a television service, there was no television service that was shut down during the Second World War? That's an interesting fact.
True.
I learnt that from television.
Do you know
it's a shame, though.
Do you know?
Because they would have made some great programmes, I think, during the Second World War.
Would have.
Like EastEnders would definitely have been more interesting. Earrings everywhere.
EastEnders, the Blitz years.
How clean is your bunker?
My wife does this thing where when she tidies up, she'll put the place where the remotes go is near the telly. That's what she does. She does.
My girlfriend puts the remote on top of the telly because she's an idiot.
Yes. Doesn't go there. That's the last place it needs to be.
I don't mind that. I have mine on a bit of elastic.
What?
Attached to the television, so I take it,
Yeah.
and I've changed the programme over, and I let go and go, thing, smack, back on the telly.
Doesn't it break the screen?
Yeah. I don't really think stuff through, Carol.
Let's have a look and see if TV is one of the greatest scientific breakthroughs. It is. Yes, the television was invented in 1925 by John Logie Baird. In 1982, Channel 4 started broadcasting with an episode of Countdown, featuring a fresh-faced Carol Vorderman, then just 43 years old.
Excuse Excuse me.
Got your glasses again.
Less accurate without the specs.
Got mine. What do you think?
Internet.
Internet.
Interweb.
When was the internet invented? When?
The internet was
internet's
1990. Was the internet? Tim Berners-Lee.
Tim
Berners-Lee, and he gave it away for free. He gave away basically the architecture of it, whatever he called it. Because if Alan Sugar had invented it, he wouldn't have given it away. Mind you, it wouldn't work either, would it? And I think it has ruined conversations. It's ruined a lot of conversations because, say, for example, you're in a pub and you're talking to somebody and someone said tomato. They said tomatoes. No, it's not a vegetable. It's a fruit. You would discuss that for 25 minutes.
Sure.
Well, the internet, someone just goes, "Oh, Google that," and it's over. It's a conversation. Just sit there staring at each other, going, "Oh, right."
There's so much porn as a result of the internet. So many different types that now they've all got like different code titles, like A2M and BDSM and things like that.
Don't ask, Carol. Don't ask.
You genuinely don't want to know much more fun if I show you later.
It's just it had a vowel, a consonant, and a number. It just sounds like my
Honestly, you don't want to solve that conundrum. I'd take it from me.
We are the only country that consumes British-made pornography. Is Britain. Every other country consumes highly processed American pornography full of beautiful people having beautiful sex. And we are the only ones that, like, you know, sort of real scenes, no script, people emerging in groups from behind a Lidl. That type of thing. Maybe it's just too noisy to watch American porn in our tiny British houses. Like, how can the difference between Mute and One Bar be so much? For like...
I don't listen to it. I can't. I think there's too much swearing on porn films. I can't listen to it. I turn the sound down. I think you're both having a lovely time, and all you can do is swear. It's just... it's terrible.
I'll tell you what I like is that Microsoft advert. Have you seen that one that highlights private browsing? And he goes, imagine you're like buying a present for your wife, and you go, yeah, that's what we want private browsing for, yeah. Yeah, so we don't spoil the surprise, yeah. What a load of shit. I've deleted history so many times, I don't even know who the Romans are now. Actually seeped into my own brain.
Okay, space travel.
I think you've got to respect Neil Armstrong as well. First man to walk on the moon. The lads are behind him, right? And he's managed to keep his head sane and give it the full speech, you know, one small step and all that. No. I'd have to give it like the one small step for man, one giant... What the f*** that? Buzz! Save yourself, he's gone for the end! Nah, I'm only joking, just fucking about. Just fucking about.
The thing is, he didn't get it right, did he?
No, he didn't.
He didn't get it right. It's meant to be, it's one small step for a man.
A man, not a.
Oh, whoa.
You just got Vorderman. Sorry, Carol Vorday, man.
You know, I think they missed a real opportunity with that dog, Laika, his first dog in space. Surely, if any dog deserves the name Rover, it's that one.
I thought it was cruel on dogs because you send them out there, and even when you looked at the footage of that dog going into space, you could tell he wanted to stick his head out the window. You could just tell.
They didn't build the rockets, though. A lot of people think that dogs got there first, like they beat us in the space race. We put a dog in a rocket. They didn't. The dogs didn't get together and go moving, like screwing things in with their paws like that, and like that, welding.
It would. I do love the idea of aliens discovering a dog and going, "How did you do this?" Really? Because you just seem to be everywhere. This is amazing.
Everyone talks about it's an amazing thing, but actually the only thing they got out of the trip to the moon was Velcro. They got Velcro, because it grows on the moon. They've nearly run out, actually, they're going to go back. That's why they walk. They're not weightless. That's actually how hard it is to walk on the moon. It's like this, it's like...
The thing I like most about this bit is you... Oh, no, you stopped. I thought you'd really committed to that because you were walking back like that as well.
Yeah, no, run out of Velcro.
Well, I think so far, because we've had internet.
We had the internet, yes.
Yeah, and television. And what do they both need?
So a big scientific breakthrough.
Electricity.
Well done.
That's like a lesson where you did that.
Electricity.
Internet and television, what do you need? Electricity. Yes.
Yeah, electricity.
Any thoughts about electricity?
Would you go gas or electricity on your hob?
Yeah.
Well, obviously, it would be electric, wouldn't it? Gas would be dangerous.
I'll tell you what I like. My favourite bit of electricity is the... No, I like the energy-saving light bulb. I'm a big fan of the energy. You know when sometimes you want the room to be light, but in about 40 minutes? You know what I mean? You don't need it light right away. What I do now is I just leave them on all the time. Sussed it.
The amazing thing about electricity was Michael Faraday, when he finally got a current to pass between 2 points, you know, within seconds there was a knock at the door. There was a man from Empower. See what I did there? And then I'll do another one in a sec. Before electricity, Curry's was a very dull place to work. I said all these things that didn't work. It's toaster. What do you do with that? Well, you put some bread in it, just leave it there.
I'm trying to drive more electric, so I drive one of these hybrid Toyota cars, and I crashed my hybrid car. And you know how quite a lot of policemen seem to be instinctively right-wing and automatically hate anything to do with liberal, energy-saving motors, right? They're always a bit more angry if they pull you over and you're driving a Prius. And I was still in the wreckage. I'd crashed at 70 miles an hour, still like that. And the policeman came down and put his head into my Toyota Prius and went, "It's zero emissions now, isn't it, young man?" It's a true story.